Good morning, everyone. Mike on Monday coming to you out of the cold, back into the snow. Watch your step out there on things. We know there's plenty of ice now that's hidden underneath the snow. If you're looking for salt, check out Country Visions. We have lots of locations that still have salt in their inventories. Give us a call. We'll get you pointed in the right direction. Other thing that I just wanted to touch on is we are hiring at Country Visions in the agronomy division. So Chilton, Fond du Lac, Malone, Plymouth, Rockwood, Velders, Wrightstown. We're looking for full-time as well as part-time seasonals, from mechanics to CDL drivers to applicators. Check out the link that's attached to this if you're interested in a career or a job in agriculture. We promise lots of hours in spring. Today I wanted to touch on tools. Tools can mean a lot of things in our career or in our business here in growing crops and such. Tools such as, we touched on getting planters calibrated. We've got the precision planter team that can help get those meters set up, work with your planter to get that just right. And we know the value of that kind of tool, knowing that when it works, it does a lot of good things for us, and when it doesn't, it's frustrating and such. But again, planning ahead on having those tools prepped and ready. Another tool that we should really be watching closely is the marketing side if you're selling products. Again, on February 19th at the Mill Home, we'll be having a grain meeting for folks that want to learn more about marketing and using that tool. It's one of the quickest ways that we can turn tough economics into a better scenario, and that's by selling what we grow for a better price. So check that out again, February 19th at the Mill Home. Give the folks in the grain department a heads up so they know how many people to be ready for. Another tool I wanted to touch on, there's a number of us at Country Visions that have been working with cover crops for a number of years and continue to educate ourselves on how to use it, where to use it, what to use, etc., etc. It's a pretty complex tool, if you will, because not everything fits every situation. Basically what I'm saying, there isn't a prescription that's going to work in every case for everyone. Last week, a number of us were down at Ozaki with the Clean Farm Families group, where they brought in Steve Groff. Steve, you may or may not know, was the guy who bred the original tillage radish. He's been working with cover crops, no-till systems for most of his 25 plus years in farming. Again, he's not formally educated, he's a farmer, and he's learning how to do these things and how to improve the way we grow our crops and looking for ways to harmonize with Mother Nature. So I guess I wanted to point out that, if you're looking at cover crops as being a tool, yes, there's parts of the NRCS that can help get you started on it. But as Steve put it out there, he goes, don't look at that as being just a welfare check. It might be a way to get you started to fund that process, but it takes about 3 to 5 years in consistency on a field to get that system up and running to reach the goals of what a cover crop system can create. And as Steve pointed out, talk with your folks now, because you really should manage this just like any other of your major crop systems. As he pointed out, it goes, when do you guys normally plant or order your seed corn? 6 to 8 months before you plant it. He's quick to say that's the same thing that you have to do with cover crops, and I have to agree. A lot of these things can be unique and such that they're not just sitting on shelves close by and nearby if you want to get into a variety of materials. So work with your agronomist, talk through the scenarios that you want to look at, try, etc., etc. Make your decision here probably before planting, especially if we're looking at trying to stick this in behind wheat as an example, because all of us get real busy in that planting season, and we want to make sure that we're getting our orders that you're needing on your seed into our suppliers so that we have that in a reasonable time for you to get that up and running. So again, a lot of folks here at Country Vision's working with cover crops, learning on ways how to use them. Our Valders location actually is set up in bulk seed on a number of species that we use for cover crops, so we have access to that throughout our system. But we need your help in positioning that and having the amounts that you're looking for in a timely fashion. If you've got questions on cover crops, feel free to reach out to any of us at Country Visions. We'll be happy to help you with questions and concerns, etc., etc. With that, I see we got another snowstorm coming. Be safe. We'll talk to you next week.